All right, guys, welcome back to Technique Critiques with Coach Brian from Big Ben Strength. Today, we're going to be taking a look at one of the lifters on our team, Tonia's 140-pound PR jerk from the rack. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, see what we got here. Cut that volume down, it's so annoying. All right, so first things first, when we're looking at the jerk, a couple things that we want to see. We want to see feet pretty stacked under the hips or maybe just outside the hips. It looks like her feet might be a little too narrow here. So that'd be the first thing that I would say is probably pull your feet out just a little bit wider. More than likely you get a little bit more power out of it, especially with the longer legs that you have. A little bit wider and pointing your toes out slightly will help make sure that when you dip, you don't drift forward. Other big thing I'm seeing here is it looks like your elbows are pretty high up, more so like a front rack position than they are for a clean. So I would try and see if you could pull those elbows down and out a little bit more and get that bar a little bit better stacked in your palm to help the punch under. That's a common mistake that a lot of people make in their jerk is just keeping their elbows too high. And that bar ends up sitting back kind of on your fingertips, and it makes it nearly impossible to have any force when you're punching under. You can get away with it. You can do pretty well with it, but I've always found that people who do that typically tend to have a lot of bar crash or press out issues. All right, looking at the dip now. All right, so yeah, along with just the feet being a little too narrow, it looks like your knees are probably, it's hard to tell from this angle, but it looks like your knees are caving in as you dip. Yeah. You did a pretty good job on finishing your drive. Yeah, your knees are caving in, and as you're dipping, you can see your hips drift forward here. But all that's going to be fixed by just fixing your foot position first. Let's take a look at this drive. All right, so right off the bat, you can kind of see she's driving the bar forward slightly. Not terribly subtle. She moved her front foot pretty good. That back leg looks like it's going to stay super straight. Yeah, a little peg leg going on there. Bend that back knee a little more. Be a little bit more fluid with it and a little bit more reactive and absorbent with the back knee. But yeah, the bar is out in front a little bit. I would like to see you try and commit to driving the bar back. All right, so what I like to imagine when I'm doing jerks, what I like to coach is I like to imagine almost driving the bar through my head diagonally. That seems to help me just envision driving the bar back into the position that I need it to be, and even straight up and down is too far forward for most people. Envisioning driving back and kind of trying to cut your head through with the bar diagonally will help a lot. And those are the big things here that I'm looking at. Split position looked decent, bend the back knee a little bit more, but let's start with the first part, which is fixing the dip, which is the most important thing. So wider stance, toes out just a little bit. That'll help you dip straight up and down. Really working to keep those knees pointing in the same direction as your toes because you'll be able to increase your power a lot by that. Then from there, try to imagine driving the bar through your head diagonally. And then the last thing is bend the knee a little bit more and you'll be good. All right, guys, that's it for this technique critique. We'll catch you on the next one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. And if you want technique critiques like this for you, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. We've got different tiers based on the amount of critiques that you want per month, along with discounts on apparel and early apparel drops as well. So we'll see you guys next time.